Volume 3, Chapter 2 Master of the Beastkin Girls. Sato's here. Even though slaves are common here, still not getting used to it. Sato. It would be hard to spread fundamental human rights on this world. I don't have any intentions to do so though. After several sessions of questions and answers, we're finally released. The Onesan official who has given our luggages passes it back to us. The things over here are fine to take back. However, the magic cores over there will be bought by the Earl. Can I deny it? I try to ask, but she answers me back with a no and a smile. Since we can't completely confirm the safety of this monster's meat, we will confiscate it. And since the spear is made from monster's parts, we can't allow you to carry it on the town. Lisa overreacts to that and turns over here. The rarely mad Lisa is angry? Since she seems to really like it, let's negotiate for her. Since that spear is powerful, couldn't you ask a person with appraisal skill to check it for any danger? Of course, I will bear the cost for the procedure, but could you give it back when it's finished? Lisa, you're scary. Scary. Look, even the Onesan smile is cramping. I understand. I'll arrange it. The new custody receipt will have to be issued and will be ready by tomorrow afternoon. Please bring this temporary receipt to the military post then. Yes, I'm counting on you. That's right. Let's ask about the treatment for the Beastkin girls. I have a question if you may. It's about the Beastkin girls. I see. The slave's master was dead, so you took care of them and brought them out of the labyrinth, is it? Yes, that's right. Lisa also nods. Pochi and Tama lean against Lisa's feet listlessly. Bored, are they? If it's like that, then these demi-human slaves are yours. Is that so? I thought of buying and then releasing them if they were brought to the slave traders though. If slave's master is dead in a labyrinth, except for the murderer, anyone who found the slaves will take their ownership, just like lost items. Therefore, customarily and legally, you are these slaves' master. Onesan writes something on a certificate and presents it to me. It's a certificate which claims that you're the master of these slaves. Since this is only valid within the town, it's better to make official contract on the slave traders' castle's plaza as soon as possible. It's not enough for thanks for the large quantity of magic cores we've received, but there is no fee for it. I receive the certificate and give my thanks to her, and along with the Beastkin girls, we get out of the tent. Oh yes, since the magic cores are used as materials for the labyrinth's isolation barrier, we're obliged to sell them. Outside, Zina-san and the three nosy girls from back then are discussing something. It's bad to disturb their work, but for them to only nod for my greeting is rather cold. While thinking what's happening, Lilio grins and pokes at Zina-san while laughing. Then she points at me. Good luck! While receiving Lilio's support, Zina-san is coming here. Sato-san, I see that the procedure is complete. Are you going back to the inn after this? Yes, I'd like to have the slaves rest at the inn too. You're really kind. Though, I guess even the stable's barns is more comfortable than the labyrinth's floor. Huh? There were some strange words mixed in. No, I wouldn't make comrades who stuck together in hardships with me sleep in the barn. I intend to reserve proper rooms in the inn for them. Sato-san, there is no inn who will allow demi-humans to lodge in this territory, you know. If the master stays in the inn, then the slaves will be put on the stable's barn. Are you serious? I thought it was just disagreeable at best, that they would let it slide if I pay more. Since Nina-san looks so sorry, it doesn't seem to be a joke. Zina-san, you don't have to put that face. Thanks to you, I won't dispute it on the inn. She still looks sorry, but I keep saying to don't worry about it. Since Zina-san and her group are going to be on watch here until midnight, I thank them for teaching me and get out of here. Even so, if I didn't get the information from Zina-san beforehand, and is told to put the Beastkin girls on the stable, I will probably get out of Gate Inn. Should I buy a house? Or do I get out of the Earl's territory? It's different from when I first got here. I met Zina-san and many acquaintances in the city, so I'm starting to get attached to it. Although I don't intend to stay here permanently. On the way back, Let's go to the Workers Guild and ask Nani-san if she's able to arrange for buying a house. Master, it's presumptuous of me to say this, but we're satisfied just sleeping on the stable's barn, since we slept on the outside ground under the roof before. That, even for slaves, that's some excessive abuse. I'm sorry. Why is Lisa apologizing? I want to hear the reason. No, I didn't want for Master to make that face. I want Master to not worry even if we sleep in the barn. But my vocabulary is not enough. So that's it. You were taking me into consideration. Thank you. Pochi and Tama, who are dangling on my hands, are pulling my sleeves. I look at with their finger points. A girl wearing one-piece clothes seems to want to talk. A short stick is held in her hand. A spell user, huh? Can I help you with something? Yes, how about some junction magic? Is it like the junction healer in MMOs? For treating injuries? Full treatment is impossible. How about hemostasis and cleaning? It's refreshing. And if you don't clean your wounds, then the meat will rot, you know. And if you get tired, then I can also use invigoration magic, although it's a bit expensive. How much is the hemostasis and cleaning? Soft wash and dry set is 12 copper coins. One performance of bandage is 3 copper coins. I guess there's no need for hemostasis, since any wound were immediately treated with ointments. Then 4 sets of soft wash and dry. The demi-human slaves too? The spell user girl is surprised with wide eyes. She's counting with her fingers with a pensive look. 40 copper coins and 3? It's 48 copper coins. Even though you can use magic, can't you do mental arithmetic? Since it looks like I have to pay in advance, I give her 3 silver coins. The spell user girl began to calculate by writing on the ground. Are you serious? 1 silver coin is equal to 20 copper coins. Ooh, I know that. I'm properly calculating now because I know. The girl furiously calculates with one hand on her head. After a while, she finally finishes the calculation and gives back the 12 copper coins change. Thank you for waiting. Well then, let's quickly start. To keep the small children stand still, please hold their shoulders well, okay? I wonder if it's in the manual for this regard. Even with demi-human, she's being careful to be polite. Pochi and Tama, who were surprised with soft wash, try to get away, but I grab them, asked not to move. When the dry spell begins, Pochi, who seems to be feeling good, looks happy, enjoying the drying sensation. In contrast, Tama looks even more displeased than the time with wash, and tries to get away from Lisa, who is holding her shoulder. Thank you. I feel really refreshed now. Do you always perform the magic around here? Today there are a lot of people who look like they've played around in mud coming out, so I went to get some extra income. But I'm usually going around some brothels. The income is good since a lot of people there want refreshment. I see. That's certainly true. She's sharp. After I tell her that we're the last group of people who played in the mud, the girl goes back to her usual roots. The day is coming to an end. I guess it's fine to take the official slavery contracts tomorrow. While thinking that, I bought 4 servings of delicious-looking skewered meats. Is it goat meat? The meat tastes a bit quirky, but the green powder, which tastes like pepper, stimulates my appetite. The Beaskin girls are eating frantically. Haku haku sound effects seemingly coming out. Come to think of it, the time with the grilled frog meat was amazing too. Even the usually restrained Lisa becomes intense when it comes to meat. Seeing her tasting the meat is a sight for my eyes. Her bashfulness when she realized she was being observed is good too. When the day is becoming dark, the lamps on the main street are being lit by the spell users holding short canes. Is it just my imagination, or are there a lot of people? Since I don't like to shout when some drunkard try to touch Lisa and Pochi, I buy the 3 of them hooded mantles. Curiously, Tama skillfully walks without getting herself tangled by anyone. We proceed through the hustle and bustle and find out that a stage has been installed in the square. Various carriages with cages are scattered around on the square beside the stage. Some merchants are giving speeches here and there. Oh yeah, since yesterday, the slaves auction has started.